Can we be happy all the time? Everybody wants to be happy. Who doesn't want to be happy? Every human being wants to be happy, not just a human being. If I look at my little pet dog, my dog wags its tail, it wants to be happy. Birds fly in the sky, they seem to be chirpy. But then, can we be happy all the time? Some people think just like there's pleasure and pain, there's sun and rain, there's loss and gain, you're happy and unhappy. But there is a way to be happy all the time. Unfortunately, we don't know what is happiness. We think happiness is pleasure, and so we want more pleasure and more pleasure. We think pleasure comes from achievement, and we want more achievement and more achievement. We think achievement is success, and we are chasing success after success. But success and achievement and pleasure is not happiness. It is just a tiny aspect of happiness. Pleasure from achievement is the first peak of happiness. There are people who are not chasing success, who don't want achievement, who are beyond pleasure. They live a life of peace. Their peace and their tranquility that comes from contentment and fulfillment makes them fully satisfied. Oh, they are very happy. In fact, they are happy practically all the time. They don't have desires. They don't need to quench their thirst because they have realized that desires ultimately make us burst. The moment you have desires, you have disappointments. Therefore, those who live a life of contentment and fulfillment, they live happy lives. So is it contentment and fulfillment that can make us happy all the time? No. Not achievement that gives pleasure. Not contentment and fulfillment that gives peace. The way to eternal happiness, the way to be happy all the time is enlightenment. Enlightenment is attaining the ultimate purpose of life. Enlightenment is liberation from the triple suffering, from sorrow, from misery, from pain. Unless we are free from misery, we can't be happy all the time. The problem is, life is like a merry-go-round. We pass pleasure and pain, and we go round and round again and again. But what is the secret? How can we be happy all the time? We can. There are a few principles that we must learn if we have to discover the secret of eternal happiness. One secret is simple. You've got to be happy now. You can't be happy in a yesterday that is gone. You can't be happy in a tomorrow not yet born. If you want to be happy now. I mean, right now. I mean now. Be happy now. Don't worry about what's over. It's gone. Don't worry what's yet to come. Can you go to yesterday or to tomorrow? You can't. But somebody can. Who? Your mind. Your mind that you cannot find. It will take you to yesterday and make you live with regret and guilt and shame. And then it will take you to tomorrow and make you live with fear, worry and stress and anxiety. Your own mind will steal your peace, and peace is the very foundation of happiness. Your own mind. Beware, your own mind. Therefore, one principle of happiness is be happy now. I often tell people, make a vow to be happy in the now. Be happy now because there's no other way to be happy. Live life moment by moment. For it is in the moment that you can be happy. And if you are happy this moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, then you are happy forever. But is it so easy? No. When you're trying to be happy, the mind creates misery. It creates thought, and in thought you are caught. The mind steals our peace, our bliss, our happiness. The mind bombards us. You know how many thoughts? Up to 50 thoughts a minute. This can be a whopping 50,000 thoughts a day. The mind will bombard and go on and on and on. It will not stop. If you want to be happy, still the mind. Kill the mind. Because when you still the mind, when there are no thoughts, there's no mind. You reach that state of thoughtlessness, mindfulness, of consciousness. In that state of consciousness or thoughtlessness, there are no thoughts. There's no worry, fear, guilt, regret, shame, anxiety, nothing. There is peace. There is tranquility. Can you reach that state? Practically impossible. But you can. Those who still the mind, they say if you can conquer the mind, you are greater than a conqueror of the whole world. But you need to find a way. People think they can't control thought. But one thing they forgot. Just like you can stop eating and walking and talking and singing, you can stop thinking. The moment you stop thinking, there are no thoughts. The moment there are no thoughts, there is no mind. Is that all? No? What about the ego? The ego that says I, me, mine. The ego causes agony. It causes anger, hate, revenge, and jealousy. And as long as we are prisoners of the mind and ego, me, happy we cannot be. Because even though you make a vow to be happy in the now, there will be thoughts, and in thought you will be caught. And the ego, which will appear as a mistaken false identity, will make me angry. Because I think I am different from you, and I will be jealous about you, and I will hate you, and take revenge against you, and I will be agonized. Where is the question of being happy? Therefore, we must understand that happiness has 3 peaks. Happiness everybody seeks, but they don't know these 3 peaks: achievement, fulfillment, and enlightenment. Achievement is pleasure. Fulfillment is peace. Enlightenment is achieving purpose of life. The moment you achieve that purpose of life, you realize the meaning of life. You overcome all ignorance. When you overcome ignorance, you realize the truth. You are enlightened. You are liberated from all suffering on earth. Of course, you're also liberated from the cycle of death and rebirth. But that's not important if you want to be happy all the time. That is beyond life. Not only being happy in this life, but being liberated permanently from pain and suffering and misery and sorrow, and being united with the divine. But today, the question that faces us: can we be happy all the time? Yes, we can. If we are able to achieve the ultimate purpose of life, if we realize we are not the body, mind, ego. The body suffers physical pain, the mind experiences misery, the ego is agonized. If we are able to transcend the senses of the body, thoughts of the mind, and the false identity of the ego, we are free from the triple suffering. Then we live with enlightenment, with realization. Then we live life moment by moment. We live in the now. We make a vow to be happy now. We transcend the mind. That's our biggest enemy. We have to kill the mind before the mind kills us. The mind steals our peace, steals our bliss. So therefore the next step is to kill the mind, to reach that state of thoughtlessness, to reach that state of consciousness, and to live blissfully in the moment. Is that all? Quite a bit. But there is some more. Happiness is not in pleasures, in possessions, in people. As long as we are prisoners behind the bars, prison bars of people, possessions, pleasures, we will be seeking happiness. We don't realize that happiness is like a shadow. The more you chase it, the further it goes away. There's a beautiful story of the musk deer. The musk deer is chasing for the fragrance of the musk that is inside its own navel, but is running behind the smell, the fragrance of the musk, and running and galloping here, there, in the cliffs of the Himalayas, and then one day it falls and it dies, chasing the fragrance of the musk that is inside. Hunters, they tear open the stomach from the navel, they take out the musk. We laugh at the musk deer, but we are very much like the musk deer. Happiness is inside. Happiness is within. We are chasing outside. We are thinking that somebody will make us happy. Something will make us happy. No. Happiness is within. We are trying to become happy. We cannot become happy. The way to happiness is to be happy. We have to learn the art of being happy. If we learn the art of being happy, if we are able to live in the now, if we are able to transcend the mind and live in consciousness, if we evolve from achievement and fulfillment to enlightenment, we are quite much there. But not yet. Because as we live in this world, there will be an attack from NEP, negative energy that creates poison. There will be toxic emotions like anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, greed, lust, shame, pessimism. These negative emotions are like negative raw materials that get fed to our mind, which is a thought factory. And when you feed the factory with raw material that is toxic, the product or thoughts will be toxic. Once again, we will become unhappy. Therefore, if we have followed all the principles and now we want to be happy, we feed our mind with pep, positive energy power, not NEP, negative energy poison. We flip over from NEP to pep and feed our mind with these positive emotions: faith, hope, love, belief, trust, enthusiasm, optimism, confidence, courage, compassion, kindness, love. These will produce positive thoughts. Thoughts create feelings, create mood, create action, create habit. It is for us. Happiness is something you can never lose, because happiness is something you can always choose. You can be happy all the time. Don't believe that happiness comes from money. Because if money equals happiness, then the rich should have been glad, not sad. Don't think that success equals happiness. In that case, all successful people should have been happy. On the contrary, all happy people are successful, because they have already achieved the objective of success, happiness. But happiness is a paradox. We keep saying, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. The moment I want to be happy, the ego, I cannot be happy. The moment I want to, I desire, I cannot be happy. I drop I, the ego. I drop want, the desire. What's left? I want to be happy. Yeah, just be happy. You can be happy if you choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. Things may happen to you and things may happen around you, but what's important is what happens inside you. If I always say, I tell myself, I will be happy today. Though the skies are cloudy and grey, no matter what comes my way, I don't care what people say. There may be snow on the way. I will bring sunshine today. I choose to be happy today. You want to be happy? It's your choice. You want to be unhappy? That's your choice. You can be happy all the time. But all it takes is to be happy in the moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. Don't let one moment escape with sorrow. Thoughts come uninvited. They don't knock at the door. But once you let them in, they will push you on the floor. They will slam you on the floor. You push them out, shut them out, close the door. Be in that state of stillness. Be in that state of consciousness. Be in that state of SatChitAnanda. Ananda is a bliss that comes from SatChit, the consciousness of truth. When you live in the consciousness of truth, in the Chit of Sat, you experience SatChitAnanda. Little do we realize that love is a fountain of joy. We don't realize that love is happiness. Love is divine. It comes from the Spirit. It is for the divine. But we think love is lust. Love is a fountain of joy. Love creates so much bliss. But love is not just a kiss. But we don't understand the true meaning of happiness. Do you want to be happy? Make up your mind. Shut the door to negative thoughts and negative people. Shut the door to anything that steals your peace. For peace is the foundation of happiness. Don't chase pleasure, because pleasure is ephemeral. Pleasure is momentary. It will come and it will go. You want eternal happiness? Go beyond achievement. Live with contentment and fulfillment. And then reach that state of enlightenment where there is liberation from all suffering, all misery of the body, mind and ego. And you will find happiness all around you. Happiness is yours. You are happiness. Unfortunately, you forgot because you were caught in thought. But if you are in a state of consciousness, you will enjoy eternal bliss and peace and joy. Try it today. Refuse to be unhappy and you will be happy. Remember, you can choose to be glad. But then, while you can choose to be glad, if you choose to be sad, then you are mad. Stop it. Stop it. Don't let unhappiness enter, even for a moment, because the moment belongs to you. Your life belongs to you. And happiness, it's a choice. It doesn't depend on things. You may have everything and be unhappy. You may have nothing and be happy. Happiness has no price tag. Happiness is not something you can get in the supermarket. Happiness is not something you can order from Amazon. Happiness is your intrinsic wealth. You are gifted the joy, the bliss, the peace. It is within you. Stop looking outside. Go within. Be peaceful and blissful, and you will be happy all the time.